Alright guys, we're going to talk about Avalanche, Biggs, and Wedge from the FFB version, FFBE JP version. So these are the guys, best friends, 5-star base, 7-star max. They are magic tank. Not, I thought they were support unit, but they are magic tank. They can tag chain and start a chain. They are not limited, so thankfully. Alright, so their TMR is a materia that increases static HP 500, increases spirit by 50, and their SMR is a gun that increases spirit by 180, increases spirit, equipment spirit 75 when dual wielding.
This video is sponsored by Amazon Coins. Get 10,000 Amazon Coins for $80 instead of $100. That's a savings of 20%. You can use the Amazon Coins to buy Lapis for FFBE. I place a link in the description below. Check it out after you watch the video.
Alright, so looking at their stats, they have high spirit and MP and HP. Pretty good HP there. Spirit, pretty high too for 7-star. So they can equip daggers and guns. So kind of limited equipment there. High spirit dagger. I think that's Barrel's dagger, fallen angle. High spirit. Alright, they can equip all types of armor except robes. And then they don't have black magic or green magic or white magic affinity. Alright, so here are their skills. First skill is water magic damage. With spirit scaling to enemy. So it scales off of their spirit instead of magic stat. Decrease water resistance 120 for fortune, so enemies Stardust Chains, so they can cast this 2 times. W Stardust. Second skill is they need to clear this thing. I think that's Chronicle Battle or Serious Boss Battle. Increase LB gauge fill rate 150 for fortune, so allies. Also increase LB gauge 5 to all allies. If we can dual cast this, you can potentially increase LB gauge by 10 per turn. Also use own LB gauge to fill allies gauge. So really useful for external LB support for units that want to fill their LB. Like Sephiroth. Alright, and then 5th skill is their magic cover skill. The cooldown is 5 turn cooldown, available on turn 1. Mitigate damage taken 75 for 3 turns to all allies. That's pretty nice. 75 general mitigation. I think the highest in global right now is Physalis and Charlotte and Physalis. I think that's 60 general mitigation. Also mitigate damage, magic damage taken 50 for 3 turns to all allies. Mitigate magic damage taken against aquatics and machinas 70%. That's pretty high. Pretty high mitigation against aquatic and machinas. That's going to be certainly useful for a couple of trials, I think. And then increase water resistance 120 for 3 turns to all allies. Too bad they can't maintain this indefinitely since it only lasts 3 turns, but the skill is on a 5-turn cooldown. Alright, next is increase spirit 250 for 3 turns of caster, and also it's another a cover skill that is 100% effective with 55 to 80% mitigation. Alright, pretty good kit here, especially the Entrust and the LB Fill. Pretty sure they're going to be useful for LB filling and magic tanking against aquatics and machinas. Alright, their damage mitigation is also nice. Alright, here are some passives. This passive increases defense HP, spirit, and MP by 100. Alright. And physical damage against humans by 100. So I'm thinking this skill is physical based. It's a physical skill that does magic damage that scales with the spirit. I think that's the case. So that's why they have the physical killer here. Also increases LB gauge 4 per turn. Upgrade normal attack to this thing. This thing is a tag attack that does magic damage. Physical attack that does magic damage 30 with spirit scaling to all enemies tag chain. So pretty much It's gonna be useful for building chains for a finisher to finish. Magic damage means physical magic. This is a physical skill, right? So you can equip an elemental weapon, and your chain will have that element. If I understand correctly, you can also use this to farm, I think. So if you equip Avenger's dagger on him, build them for spirit, they can auto attack with spirit scaling to all enemies tag chain. Alright, so next is increase spirit when equipped with a gun. So we're gonna equip their own SMR on them, preferably. This thing increases LB damage 100 and increase physical damage against aquatics 200. Pretty nice. And increase chance of being targeted. So they can also be a passive provoking. You just need Moogle charm on them and you're good to go. Alright, so this thing, you need to clear the boss battle, I think. They will get guts. And then autocast, chance to protect all allies. So they have preemptive magic cover. Pretty good. Only unit that can do that in global right now is Shoreline, Daisy, and Fina. Base Envy unit. So these guys are 5-star base. So if you don't have Shoreline, Daisy, and Fina yet, this will be a budget version for preemptive magic covering. Last passive is their Trust passive, which increases equipment defense by 50 when dual wielding, free spirit 100 when dual wielding. Alright, so let's see. They have 100 spirit when equipped with a gun, 100 equipment spirit when dual wielding. So that's 100 plus 75. You would only need 25 more true spirit to dual wield to cap them. Alright, LB damage is 100. You need 50 more to passive provoke. Alright, so let's take a look at their LB. Their LB costs 44 at max, 30 magic damage, 60 with spirit scaling to enemies. So this is a physical attack that does magic damage that scales with the spirit. Increase spirit 250 for 4 turns to all allies and grant HP barrier 3000 to all allies. So it's kind of like buffing, but a buffing LB, but also does damage. 60 is kind of low, but they are magic tank. Alright, so 7. I'm not sure what 7 hits. Is that AOMOE? Alright, so that's Wedge, Biggs and Wedge. Pretty cool unit. Love that they are a tank. That they can do some damage via spirit. Alright guys, hope this was helpful. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.